farmyard luxury with views of the majestic Drakensburg mountain range. This is what you can expect at Spionkop Lodge.
Spionkop Lodge is situated in KwaZulu-Natal on the R600, close to Winterton, the gateway to the Drakensburg Mountains. It was set up here because this was General Buller's headquarters during the time of the siege of Ladysmith campaign, and we have the Spionkop Battlefeild very close to us, and that is what Raymond specialises in, bringing guests coming out from the United Kingdom and South Africans to learn about or more about the Battle of Spionkop and the siege of Ladysmith, Churchill capture site. During the time of the actual battle, Winston Churchill camped here on this farm, and General Buller had his headquarters on the mountain behind the lodge.
In the heart of the KZN battlefields, this colonial-style lodge offers guests the unique opportunity to stay on the property that Winston Churchill once occupied.
We have 10 bedrooms. We have 2 self-catering cottages. People can come here and either self-cater or have bed and breakfast accommodation. We've become a destination now where people stay for more than 2 nights because of the diversity of activities. We offer a morning tour up or an afternoon tour up onto the battlefield of Spionkop.
Spionkop is a family-run lodge that attracts visitors from all around the world who come to listen to war stories as told by Royal Geological Society fellow Raymond Heron.
Raymond offers a full-day tour where you do the Churchill capture site, Colenso, Heights, Ladysmith and Spionkop. We also offer afternoon sunset boat cruises, game drives. We can go horse riding amongst the animals like rhino, giraffe, etc. in the nature reserve adjacent to us.
It's not just the battlefield that keeps guests coming back to this lodge. There are scenic Sunset River cruises as well as canoeing. For avian lovers, this is a great spot to do some bird watching. And for the full South African experience, the lodge also offers game drives. And for the more adventurous, horseback game rides where you can ride among the game on the farm. If all of that wasn't enough, a bonus to staying here is the lodge's close proximity to arguably the best human attraction in the Drakensburg.
On Wednesday afternoons, many of our guests pop up to the Drakensburg Boys Choir School where they watch the Drakensburg Boys Choir recital, which was really a unique experience for them.
With its immaculately kept lawns, tranquil deep blue rock pool, breathtaking scenery and friendly hosts, forgetting that you're in the middle of what was once a bloody warfield is easily done.
We welcome anybody who'd like to come to Spionkop Lodge to come and enjoy and relax in the tranquility. Welcome to Spionkop Lodge.
Taking a detour on the N3 to explore the Drakensburg mountain range, you can't miss this week's tempting town, Winterton.
On the foothills of the Drakensburg, with the Tugela River running through it, you will find yourself in this historic town.
With its many churches, antique stalls and even its great museum, this is the town that is the entry to the Berg and the battlefields. Welcome to this week's tempting town. Welcome to Winterton.
As you drive in, you'll be greeted by a beautiful avenue of trees, which sets the tone for the town.
There's plenty to do in Winterton. We've got loads of coffee shops, we've got loads of gift shops, we've got antique shops, we've got beautiful rivers that sort of go all the way around Winterton. There's quite a bit there's rafting you can do, there's obviously walking close by. They have a lot of the bike races here, Joburg to Sea and Berg to Bush and that type of thing. Quite a lot of sports here, have rugby matches, lots of cricket matches.
Winterton is known as being the gateway to the Drakensburg and the KwaZulu-Natal Battlefeild route. The town was initially called Springfield, but in 1905 it was changed to Winterton to honour the then Minister of Agriculture, H.D. Winter, who had done a lot for the farming town.
It's a fascinating little town, and you'll be amazed at how the community of this area come together. For instance, the Engeer Kerk, they have a bazaar here, and the bazaar lasts 2 days. It starts off on a Friday night, and they braai, and you have boerekos and tikkie draai, and everybody has a wonderful time. And then on the Saturday, they carry on with their bazaar. They have a wonderful street celebration in the town where they close off the main street and they have this street festival. And it's interesting to know how many artists we've got in the area. And the artists come in for the street festival and they bring their art with them. And then, of course, we've got the Drakensburg Boys Choir right on our doorstep, and they come in and they sing. And we've got a lot of musical people. We've got a couple of opera singers who live in this town. And it just makes for a wonderful community.
There's a very large German community in the town. This Lutheran church is testament to that. There are also a number of other churches catering for different denominations. A unique antique store cum museum is a must-see in Winterton. With reasonable prices, you're guaranteed to find a little something to take home.
I think this little museum that we're standing in, it's Mr. Miller, called Mr. Miller. It comes out of Latitude, out of an old original trading store, and I was extremely lucky. I kept on visiting him because I could see on the shelves that he had old products. There'd be sweets with a 1 cent price on it, which he would tear open and then sell you the sweets, 10 cents a sweet. And the same with the lip ice. On the box it would still have 15 cents. But I remember my dad always carrying one of those in his pockets, the little tin one that you'd screw out, and if you didn't screw it out enough, it would cut your lip. So, and from little apricots, the big apricots, not the same as you have today, to Adam's bubble gum, which cost 1 cent. So the things that came out of that little trading store, I think that's what makes this shop unique, because you can find an empty tin, but you can't find an empty tin or an old tin not empty, full of the original product, Fry Bentos or Oma mealball at 25 cents.
At the store, you'll find old items that you would have found in convenience stores years ago in their original packaging, and there are a wide array of things to choose from.
I have from ceramics, porcelain, through all the way to textiles, old tablecloths, enamelware, kitchenalia, jewelry, old buttons, needle and thread, medicines, sweets, just about anything.
If antiques aren't your thing, then you can pick up some newer items at the Waffle Hut. Not only can you sit down and have a delicious homemade waffle with ice cream, but you can also pick up hand-woven rugs here.
Our main project is manufacturing of rugs. Then we also do some candle making, and then we've got our Waffle Hut outside, the restaurant, which is very popular, well known right through South Africa.
Diane employs about 22 local women in the rug factory who turn the raw product into beautiful carpets.
The first thing that we do, we import our wool from New Zealand. We don't use local sheep because of doesn't absorb the dyes. And then from there we've got the pots at the back at the dye house where we dye. It comes with a raw material that is white in color. Then we color it for ourselves. It depends which color we're looking for. And from there we take it out for sun to dry it. And from there we take it for cutting. When it's dry, we take it for cutting machine where we have to cut to make small pieces, and from there we bring it inside, and the lady inside is going to start spinning to make a long rope. Then after we make a long rope, and then we take it out again to wash it, to make sure that the dye doesn't come out. And then we wash it, and after we finish washing it, and then we take it to the loom. It's where the process of making carpet starts. And then it depends which design or which color are we mixing there. And then we've got our pamphlet, we've got our catalog that we are using to choose the colors and to choose the design that we do. Everything is done with the design, depends which design we are doing. And then from there we weave from the weaving section, and from there we just bring it for finishing.
Our producer Arabile gave weaving a try.
So, in this entire process, there's the part where you just have to keep spinning. Now, I prefer spinning at a gym, but in this time, I'm going to try and do this here. Let's see how this goes. Well, I can guarantee that that did not work out so well. I think I'll leave it to the ladies to do.
Being a scenic rural town, Winterton is not without problems. Here, children still walk great distances of up to 20 kilometers to get to school, but increasing tourism activity in the area is actually helping them.
Our interest developed when Raymond and I started Spionkop Lodge. We realized that tourism could have a huge effect on education, and Raymond, doing the Battlefields, would take clients out on the battlefield, and he would show them in Pondweni School where Miss Welcome was, and Miss Welcome allowed them to go and visit the schools out of interest. The international people wanted to see what the rural schools were like, and they then developed an interest and started helping us in different ways.
The small school caters to 240 children. Through the help of the Herons and a trust that has been set up, they now have access to computers and the internet. The ripple effect of tourism is having a visible effect on this community. The next time you're traveling on the R600 to the Drakensburg, why not stop over in Winterton? There's a wide spectrum of accommodation to choose from.
We've got the full spectrum. We've got some beautiful sort of home B&Bs, and then we've got some more upmarket sort of lodges and that type of thing. But yeah, you can, whatever sort of accommodation you want, they pretty much cater for all of it.
In the middle of farming country, surrounded by the cascading Drakensburg mountain range, one can't help but succumb to the relaxing atmosphere of Winterton.